Alright. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, your deity of heresy, sincerity, and lies. And welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. I have actually, if you'll look to the bottom left corner, I have actually picked up all the DLCs. And I enjoy the hell out of this game. But now, with every... this is all the DLCs I'm aware of that have been running at this time. And one of the things I enjoy doing most is making characters. This character creator is actually fantastic and one I love to do. So, we're not going to be necessarily streaming the game today, so much as me playing with the creative faction. You'll see here, I have actually erased all my previous ones, because we now have a fuller scope and a fuller ability to make new characters. So, with the biggest roster of options, I think we're going to begin making characters based on my own original cast, of my own story and lore as myself as the Ephemeral One. So, I guess we begin where it would matter most. This would be the earliest point and the who... Okay. The Ephemeral One is an entity that... the Ephemeral One, myself, am just an entity that has existed across multiple times and not multiple times, but phases of my life. And the earliest point, we were, well, looked similar to the lizard folk.
What is their origin culture?
So, if we build a people around who we were before, actually,
What is your people's form?
what we lived among, well, yeah, the Elfkin.
What is their origin culture?
One we knew about, through a strong sense of devotion, rewarding its rulers for dedication to their oaths. Oath of harmony, righteousness, strife seeking to forge themselves, barbarian. No, at the start, yeah, hierarchical society, yeah. That much was true.
What defines their society?
Well, the truth is, we weren't leading them, but we lived alongside them. The first place I lived, and I've talked about this in a previous playthrough, was Legali, a queendom of caught in the middle of a civil war. But that's the thing. We didn't live with the legal people themselves. We lived with their outcasts. So if I was to pick any, yeah, it would be the Lupine.
What is their origin culture?
Feudal. Yeah, lots powerful cavalry. No, we were more primal. Animal spirits and channel their fury during battle. They receive blessings in altering their environment. Yeah. The Legali. Especially the Tiari specifically, I think of. Yeah. Primal, but they would have been more focused on... Not... Grasslands. Yeah, so the Stormcrow. Because that was always the favored. Yep, the Stormcrow. Yeah, that makes sense.
What defines their society?
And the Legali, the Tiari specifically. No, it wasn't cities they built. They built encampments a lot. They were fabled hunters due to their animalistic nature, and were very close with them. And... Prolific swarmers seems right. They find their strength in fast population. Yeah, no. The Tiari always
Choose your
were.
first tome of magic.
Let's see. Zeal, faith, necromancy, no. What we start with... Yeah, the Tome of Beasts, or... Yeah, Tome of Beasts, it would be right.
What is your ruler's origin?
And now, us as Subject 15, that was our earliest name. So yeah, a Wizard King. Ruler risen from the ranks of their people? No, we were an outsider. We stumbled in on things. So Wizard King would be the most appropriate. Alright. Alright, the ruler. Back when we were elementalists or magical damage dealers, no. Battle Saints. Fervor through particular actions, spend that for powerful support abilities to empower themselves and smite their enemies. Spellblade. Melee and magic to deal damage from a distance, physical damage when they get close. Yep. Weapon of choice. The Martial Cestus. Which... yeah. Yep. Back then, Subject 15, we preferred our claws to anything else. But that's where... There we are. Body type, yeah, more masculine. Body shape. Nah, I go for the big, yeah, big and bulky. Voice override, nah. Physique. Yeah, pretty bulky. Oh, definitely much longer arms. Hand size is fine. Leg length. I just need to get a taller head and we'll be fine. Skin color. Nope, dark blue. Always were. Tail length. That's about good. Skin decorations, none. Yeah, didn't have any back then. Pose. Now, anything that has like its arms up ready for a fight. Yeah, no, that seems about right. Just about ready and eager to strike at any point. The head, though, less crocodile, more... No, a bit wide. Yeah, wider. Yeah, no, that feels right. Head size. Yeah, no. There's at least eye color yellow with the black slit. There it is. Okay. Mohawk. Didn't really... Yeah, it didn't really have too much in the way of ridges. Eyebrows. Yeah, no, it's gotta be smoother. Oop.
What is your ruler's origin?
Didn't mean to get out of that. Luckily it saves what you did. So where were we? Okay, head, eyes, eyebrows, outfit. Yeah, wore very little, so even that seems a little much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Helmet, nah. None there. Cape. Yeah, this will override the golden. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to change the gold color at least, but yeah. Even that feels like... Yeah, we were pretty big. Yeah, we pretty much... Yeah. Didn't have much care for clothing, so... we did work for Tophin the Black, so... Yeah. Yeah, that works. So, yeah, that... Subject 15. Yeah, no, that feels right. This my very origin. And the Tiari. We'll go good arm length, slightly larger hands, leg, and head. Yeah. Army skin color. Yeah, bright white. This is because they were dedicated to the Lightborn family, which were the holy family that ruled the kingdom, and these all... yeah, get them tall and skinny. Yeah, no, voice is fine. Yeah, heavier physiques, armor color. Yep. Army skin decorations. Yeah, that works. Tail length. Really long tails. And then army mount type. Okay. Yeah. Actually, it would be the bears. And actually, now that we've come this far, there are two things I want to switch. There's one thing I want to switch. Now that I have an idea of how I'm doing this. Let's see. For when we were working with Tophin the Black, so black background, Yeah, with the dark green. The symbol being... Hmm. Yeah, I kind of like... Okay. The flower, the plants branched, the defenders of nature. Okay. So then the only thing left to go back
What is
is
your ruler's origin? What is their origin culture?
the lupine, their traits. Because in Legali, but this was the... So they didn't really need it. Defense. Let's see, and utility. What am I thinking of? Athletics. And light-footed. Vulnerable to magic. And hardy. Yep, that would be the Tiari. Fast, agile, but it can take a little more hits, but are fairly weak to magic.
What is their origin culture?
Yep, it was primal, like I said.
What defines their society?
Okay, the prolific swarmers, fabled hunters, yeah. Because of their tie to nature.
Choose your first tome of magic.
Tome of books, wizard, because this is us as subject 15. Ah, they didn't keep that. Okay. Oh no, they kept parts of it, but we just gotta... Oh, okay. Yeah, no, okay, it kept it, just switched the race back to... Okay. No, the heads and the ridge got switched up a little. Eyebrow. And mohawk, none. Yep. So yeah, this was us as subject 15. Yep.
Your journey begins.
And then here... we were the bodyguard. And I guess retainer would actually be the... Or no, let's be honest. Our title was what most people referred to us as, the Lizard. Because the person we worked for, Tofin the Black, didn't have a creative bone in his body. Our name was simply Subject 15. But everyone just called us the Lizard. We had no last name. Race name, the Tiari. Hail the Lizard, Subject 15. Wizard King from beyond, his arcane powers will shape the future of the Tiari. Of the West. of the western woodlands. Alright. And let's see. An ambition. Back when we were Subject 15. Challenged in combat. Conqueror, Collector, Crusader, Defender. Duelist, yeah. Slayer, Ruler in combat. Yeah, that would be about right. Yep, nah, that feels about right. I don't have my keyboard plugged in, so I'm not going to redo the faction biographies. But yeah, this feels about right. For us, when we were working with the Tiari in the Legali Civil War. Subject 15, the Lizard. Yep.
Your journey starts here.
So our first custom. But that was hardly the and let's see. That's one on the list. Then from the earliest, let's go with okay. I wouldn't know of this at the time, but it's best to be honest in figuring out. So, yeah. The feline led will be, the next we'll do is the goddess Lysara. The one who created us in the first place. What would her... She does have a group of servants known as... Well, we commonly just call... Translated, it would translate to something like Will of the Goddess. Just seeing. What? They're adaptable above all else. And let's see. Let's see. Inner fire. Let's see. Overwhelm and Pact would be the probably closest thing. Yeah. Oh, right, you can't use both. I would say Pack. And Arcane Focus? No. Ferocious. Yeah, I'm Ferocious. Quick to just maul an opponent. Yeah.
What is their origin culture?
They would be... If I was to call the Will of the Goddess anything, Oathsworn. Oathsworn to righteousness. Have nobility. Units non-flanking attacks deal extra damage based on devotion. Or... Your people... let's see. It's either that, or Architect. The people of creation of something greater than themselves, building monuments to their chosen affinities. Yeah. You know what?
What
Architects.
defines their society?
And what makes them so? Runesmiths. And keepers of knowledge. Keepers of knowledge or ancient wise ones. Yeah, I actually like that. Yeah, because they have been around a long time and they were the second of Lysara's creations, so yeah.
Choose your first tome of magic.
Well, no, they were the first, actually, I believe. Either way. Zeal. Faith. Evolution. Yeah. Doubling down on light. Now, when it comes to the will of the goddess... Yeah. Evolution.
What is your ruler's origin?
And the ruler... An eldritch sovereign. Thralls... No, I still think Eldritch Sovereigns seems about right. Eldritch Sovereigns have access to powerful hero skills. Yeah, something beyond mortal comprehension.
Reveal yourself.
Alright. As far as Lysara herself, the goddess of the four eternal elements. The coloration just needs to be very different. Star itself is green on a background of white. Yep. Alright. Obviously an elementalist. She's literally the goddess of the four elements, yeah. Relic. Havoc. Physical damage bypasses. Nope. Flesh, blight damage. No, Relic of Havoc. Flesh, mind, and the cosmos. No, Havoc still, yeah. Alright, body type. Let's see. Yeah, that seems about right. More covered, but still giving us feminines. Which wings? Insect? No. Feathered? Yeah, feathered. Shoulder types. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Physique. There we go. More firm and filled out. Arm length. Legs don't matter. Wing size, oh, absolutely huge. Head. Oh, of course. Nope, there it is. Eye color. That looks a bit better. Oh!
What is your ruler's origin? Reveal yourself.
I keep kicking myself out. Okay, base skin color. More pure white. Accent color. Yeah. Metal color. Yeah, more gray. Head size. Yeah, no, that feels right. Okay. Only thing that kind of sucks is you can't change the wing color, but so be it. Okay. Then for the will of the goddess, arm length actually can go back. Head size isn't the largest. Hand size, yep. Actually, kind of pull it back. Army skin color. Yep. Nah. More of a fading gray. Oh, God. Oh, my dear love just got back from the dentist. Ugh. Oh, that's always gonna suck. Alright, yeah, nah, body's pretty much, yeah. Voice override. Physique. Actually, they don't get pretty big. Army armor color. Got like a deeper green. Yeah, I can live with that. Alright. Metal accent. Okay. Army hair color. Alright. Army skin decorations. Alright, that looks pretty good. Tail length. That's fine. Horse skin. And yeah, they absolutely do ride horses. Oh.
What is your ruler's origin?
Okay.
Reveal yourself.
Alright. Okay.
Your journey begins.
Eldritch Sovereign, no. Goddess. The Solid. Count 10. Race name. Oh. Alright. Yeah, we'll just call them the translation. Will of the God, Will of the Goddess. Um, Sanctum Manor. And we'll just call it that for the easy translations. Alright, and the Sara. Fearmonger, Glory Seeker, Imperialist, Duelist, Dominator. Delver, Defender. Lawbringer, I think. Yeah, Lawbringer. Looks to bring law and keep things peaceful. Oh. She, her. Yep. And there we go. The goddess Lasara, the one who created Subject 15 before we escaped.
Your journey starts here.
And let's
What is
see.
your people's form?
Subject 15, Lasara, count 10.
What is your people's form?
Alright, who to begin next? Sorry, I'm looking up on my list of OCs. We're not doing him, because that doesn't matter. Let's see. So, if we're going back to Legali, I suppose I can do that. So, yeah. Yeah, no, they would be... close enough to human. So I mentioned the Tiari. They were the animalistic folk who would be transformed due to an incident. Nobody really understood what it was or how, but after a flash one night, people began to transform, become like werefolk. But there were others who didn't. And these would be the ones led by Tophin. So, one of the biggest things for them is mounts. More specifically, for him, chariots. Reduces numbers to unit to 1, granting immunity to casualties, additional. Ruler starts with a chariot mount. No, he... Yeah, Tophin the Black. The Nightmare mounts. Let's see, flaws. Vulnerable to magic. But offensively... They were tenacious. cheerful? Yeah. Yep, they were always cheerful. Alright.
What is their origin culture?
Under Tofin, they would, of course, be feudal. An aristocracy. Powerful houses able to field efficient enemies with their liege lords. Each city has a feudal house led by its governor, who becomes the house's liege lord. Units produced by feudal citizens become part of that city's feudal house, gaining experience as their lead lord. Okay. Yeah, no, that feels more right. Yeah, aristocracy. Nope, yeah, absolutely.
What defines their society?
Alright. Now, what define Tofin's people? Cult of personality. Oh, that is actually not bad. Yeah, no, they were big on their heroes. And imperialists, I believe. Yep. Glory of their cities, yeah.
Tome of magic.
Let's see, summon Zealot, Lesser Light Spirit. Actually, I would think for them, Discipline. Monks. Wild Speaker. Just see if there's anything. Evoker of the Horde for how... Actually, the Horde wouldn't be the worst. Yeah. Because one of the big things with them was, in fact... Yeah, it's the reason they turned to the Tiari to help fight. And started and implemented using animals to supplement their inferior numbers as the battles went on. Yeah. Of the Horde. And Tofim was definitely a champion type. Unique army leadership, hero skills, gain 20% experience, start with extra relation. Yep.
Reveal yourself.
Tofin the Black. Okay. And black on white. Because he was still Tofin Lightborn. And we got anything with an axe? That's a hammer. Because his favorite... that'll work. His double-crossed axes. Because that was his favorite weapon. Was axes. Warrior, Defender, Ranger, Elemental. Nope. Yeah, so... Yep. Warrior it is. Sword and shield. I got an axe and shield. There we go. Alright. Body type. Masculine. Body shape. He was on the stout but shorter side. And don't think that's short. Physique. On the thicker side. But short. Oh yeah. Not quite dwarf, but still short for a guy. Alright. And... Yeah, no, I like that. He was always the very naturally regal kind of guy. Tophin the Black. Um, the way I always remember him, he wasn't he wasn't that old. I think he was 27 when I met him, or at least the estimate of 27. Head's fine. Eye color. Had more of the green eyes. Hairstyle. Yep. Beard style. I kept it largely trim, but yep, full beard. Hair color. That seems about right. Tips. Hair color at the roots. Almost tempted to go. Because one of the big things about Tophin was that his hair color was very dark compared to his family's largely blonde. That's how he got the nickname Tophin the Black. Outfit. That's pretty basic, but yeah, no, it's basic, but it works, and would definitely be his kind. And all right, we'll go with this. Yeah. Okay. Definitely like this. Okay.
Your journey begins.
Oh, forgot to do his people.
Reveal yourself.
Okay. Arm length. Yeah, everyone was kind of taller than Tophin. Yeah, lighter. Body shape. Yep. Okay. Get a little more hardy on them. Armor color. Alright. Yeah, I can live with that. Alright.
Your journey begins.
Yep. He was more... Yeah, we'll go Prince. Yep. Tristan. Close. Tophin. Lakeborn. Yeah. And he leads the Legali Knights. Trying to think. Go for the port. Raphael. Which I believe was the where him and his knights made their business. And Tofin's goal honestly would always be yeah, imperialist. Alright.
Your journey starts here.
Let's see. Who would be up next? Let's see. So that's 3 of our custom characters. Lysara, Subject 15, and Tofin Lightborn. So then, why not? We're gonna do a sequel.
What is your people's form?
Because these people are actually the same. Let's go. But when led by her, they tended to take a little more of an interesting point. So, mounts. However, note that they didn't get specific mounts. Offense. They were sneaky and preferred pack tactics. And they weren't as weak to magic.
What is their origin culture?
Same, they're another aristocracy.
What defines their society?
These ones, rather than swarmers, though, were devious watchers. And that's still imperialists.
Choose your first tone of magic.
But in her case, not dark. Yeah, actually. Tome of Alchemy, yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
What is your ruler's origin?
Another champion.
Reveal yourself.
Nope. Yeah. So, on a black background with a deep brown, with a deep red. And it would be the crossed blades. I think I remember seeing something like a dagger. Yeah. Crossed daggers. Nope, not no. Yep. And, yeah. A, ranger. Start with a bow. Sword and crossbow. And she... on the thinner side. Physique, nah, that's pretty good. Yeah, arm length is fine. I'll say, she isn't that much taller, but still taller than Tophet. Skin color, a little more dark from being out in the sun so much. Skin decoration. Nah. Alright. Pose. Oh, the classic noblewoman one. Yeah. The head. Yep. Head size is right. Eye color. More of a dark brown, really. The hairstyle. Yeah. Tied up, noblewoman. Hair color at the roots. Black. With a slightly... yeah, brunette. Okay. Yeah, no, it would be the more formal noblewoman. Helmet. Yeah. A cape. Something nicely embroidered. Keep her warm. Yeah, that feels right. And armor color. Oh, deeper, like a deeper steel gray. Alright. Okay, got the mix. Alright. And honestly, this is fine. Mostly, yeah. Because this...
begins.
no, she'd just be known as... Lady. Oh. Emilia Lightborn. Married to, of course, Telfin. The noble humanoids. She led the Tiari Hunters in name, but basically they were more the Western Watch Point. And hers was more of a shepherd. No. Hmm. Likes becoming a conqueror. Yeah, defender. Either way. Effectively, Amelia Lightborn was Tofin's wife, and he was the heir apparent to the queendom.
Your journey starts here.
So, from there we have 4. Let's see, next on the list. Well, we have enough for now. Let's test them out on some jobs. Let's test them out. So, new game. We'll do an unknown realm. Don't know where we're headed. Know nothing about it. We'll do medium map, 5 players, normal difficulty, unknown traits, and classic turns. No, we don't need to save.
Starts here.
And we'll set off as, well, the origin of it all. Yeah. Yeah, let's start at the one who starts my story. The Lady Lysara Kalten, the goddess of the 4 eternal elements. As ever, I step aside to allow someone else to take center stage. It's the way I like to do things. Alright. And with Lysara, everything has to come from somewhere. Alright. Let's begin. Wow, got a good amount of mana starting us right off. Nice. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your dominion. Yep. The Architects of Order. Respond to, are predisposed to order. Start with +2 order affinity. Yep. Okay. So we start with Youthful Regeneration, Draconic Vitality. Nice. Okay. So, first thing we learn is that world seals are active. So capture them leads to a seals victory. Fewer seal points are... Okay. Arcane Research. The hatchling or the wyvern fledglings? Honestly, let's go with the summon spell for wyvern fledglings. Okay. That's our scout.
An army. Armies are the...
Yeah. The tutorials, because I cleared things out, are going to be playing, so just be... So, but I have played this game before plenty of times. So for now, let's just get our scout moving. Because there is no auto-explore option. Now, Lysara herself... Let's see. Let's try getting some of this mana together. Normally I would skip this, but for those who may not be familiar, we'll enter manual combat. Because one of the big things with this game is you can direct the flow of combat yourself, enabling you to sometimes get away with more than what the computer would automatically assume. Alright. So, like for example, Lysara herself has Fire Spike, 90% chance to inflict a negative status. Fire Rebuke, always hits. When hit, hits back. Teleport has 2 down cooldown, so. Or Eldritch Mind Control. Alright. So for now, let's actually move up our... And they're up in defending. Same with the archers. And they get a minor buff because being in the square where... Alright. Well, yeah, let's see about getting the dogs. Nice. Alright. Priests are lower stamina, and Earthbreaker is a unique unit for us, which is basically a heavy melee. Sweeping charge. Okay. And in turn. Looking good. Alright. And here they come after us. Oh, they cast a spell. Yep, and they got our healers. So, yeah, that fireball hit us pretty damn hard. Yeah, so we'll finish off these ones. Yep, go ahead. Nice. Alright. Yep, and you run in. Nice. Nice. Okay, so under defenses. And... Okay. Resilient incantation. Yeah, go ahead. Alright. So we're buffed for one turn. Alright. I'm trying to do damage. Okay, our shock troopers go in and smack it. Nice. Alright. Looking to finish him off. Okay. And Okay. Oh, if they hit, they finish it, which they do. Nice. So that's our first fight down. Alright, we did lose a unit. We could replay it and try and save them, but still. And we do have enthrall population and abuse vassal. You gain 3 thralls, right? But the other thing we need to do is knowledge and production income. This is just mana income. Food to just grow the city faster. Vendor to production of new city and city structures. And draft and production to The earlier we get the knowledge growth, the better off we'll be. Alright. Okay. And from there... Oh, I meant to start producing a unit. That's what I spaced out on. Oh well, always next turn. Okay.
Architects can build monuments. Powerful province improvements dedicated to the affinities.
Alright. Powerful province dedicated to the affinities. Okay.
Monuments cost Wonderstone to build and upgrade. Wonderstone can be obtained from magic materials.
Any magic material? Okay. Cost of monuments escalates with each duplicates I build, so spend your Wonderstone wisely. Okay. Alright, so this turn, the other thing we wanted to start adding was... Cultivator. Honestly, another Earthbreaker. That's sweet. That charge is good. Alright. And this time we'll just do the auto battle. Yay! And our hero leveled up. Alright. Oh, looks like there's something there. Just free magic research. Nice. A new contender for power in the realm appears before me. Goddess Lusar Kalten, are you master or pawn? Well, we're not likely to get along. This guy is pure dark and largely evil, so... And goodbye. We don't need to bother threatening him. He'll decide we're an enemy on his own. In the meantime, let's actually skip over, give you full health before you go to the next fight. Alright, now we get to the really hard part. What do we give Lysara? Extra hit points and Astral Wisp Ritual. Didn't sleep amazing last night. Discipline of Storms, Earth, Frost. Base attacks of 90%. Okay. Inflicting slow, frozen. Alright. I mean, it'd be easy to go storms, but if I'm honest, Earth, slowed and frozen, yeah. Just basically able to disable and debuff an opponent. I like that. Okay. And just keep exploring. The world tree we can't do anything really with at this point, so we'll just keep exploring. Alright, we healed up, so we should be able to take the beetle one here. Alright. Okay, we'll start exploring to the east here in a moment. Alright. Okay. Okay. And just looking to explore. Alright. So yeah, there's his capital. Nice. Yeah. Sorry, my head's just getting kind of lightheaded there for a minute. Okay. Keep moving. And same there. Oh, okay. Cryptorium. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're looking against the monster den. Okay. Alright. Can summon the wyvern fledgling now. And incarnate mark. Okay. That's something big for everybody. First province. Let's get the gold mine. Because money will always be necessary. Okay. Target race is imbued with the dragon, granting them extra hit points. Yeah. And then we'll do a summon for indignant. Okay. They lose 2 thralls, but they basically love us for 2 turns. Not worth. Not worth it. Just waiting for the next turn. Alright. Let's see. Lasara. Yeah, go ahead and after the monster den. Yeah. Have you start exploring down this way. Or okay. Alright. Yep, go ahead and add this to her as soon as you can. Okay. And he's declared friendship. Yeah. It's funny that we're ranked 8th. Alright. Get that, and we get a pact of cooperation immediately. Flattering his ego. And mine as well. The sooner we get Cryptorum under our control, the better off we will be. Alright. 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 Okay. And folks, actually, I'm getting kind of lightheaded still, so I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. Sorry about cutting it a bit short, folks, but yeah, I'm getting real lightheaded, so I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Age of Wonders 4. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.